Hello everybody, Niklas Seidloff here. In the previous video I explained the functionality of Collaboration Today as it is available to readers and moderators. In this short video today I want to describe how I've implemented the backend so that the application is fast and can actually scale. So here's the home page and I can navigate here to all of these different views and you can see it's pretty fast. So the way I've implemented that is to cache all of the information that you see here on this page. So all these categories or filters, then the actual news entries, the editor's picks, the recent news entries, as well as all the profile information about the authors. So typically you would use for domino views or view data sources and do 4 actual view lookups. Now I've implemented a cache in the application scope so that the view only has to be read one time and then all the information is cached and available to all users or all readers of Collaboration Today. So let's take a look in Designer. Here is my home page, Home XSP. And it has a repeat control to display the actual news entries. Now, as I said, I don't use a domino view data source here, but instead I call my own method getEntriesByPopularity. And it's a method on a Java variable here called newscache, which is a managed bean that I've defined in my faces config, and it points to my class newscache. And it's available in the application scope so that it's available to all users of that web page. So then the implementation of this method, getEntriesByPopularity, actually only returns an array list of news entries which has previously been initialized. So when I scroll up here, you can see this is the class newscache. And I won't go through all of these details here, just to highlight a couple of key concepts. So this is where I store all the news entries in memory in this array list. And this happens only once here in the init method where I first of all open a view. It's called news moderated cache. Let's take a quick look there. This is the view. It's one view for all news entries that I want to display. And it has many columns, I think 20 or so. And the view is a little bit optimized. It doesn't display all the news entries, but only the ones from the last 30 days. So going back in the code here, in the initialize method, I read the view, and then I essentially go through all of these view entries and create news entry objects. News entry, where is it here? It's really just a simple data object with lots of variables, private members, and then getters and setters. That's really all it is. And all of these news entries are created here in the initialize method. And that's essentially it. That's the key mechanism behind the caching. Now, as with every cache, you need to think about when you can refresh and update the cache. And fortunately, this is very simple for us because we know we always have to update the cache whenever a moderator adds a news entry or saves or edits a news entry. So for example, when I open this one here in moderation mode, in the moderation UI, when I click save, the whole cache is updated. And let me show you how this works. Or looks like in the code. This is the moderate entry XSP, and here is my save button. And all I really need to do here is to say newscache update, which is another method here in my newscache class. And all I do here is reset all private members and then call the initialize method again. And that's pretty much it. So it's really simple mechanism, and it works very well for our scenario where most of the times the information is only read. And the same mechanism we actually also use not only for the news entries, but also for everything related to configuration, like for example the categories. And we also store all the information about persons, the profile information, like the URLs of the avatars. So that's how easy it is to implement your own application cache. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye bye.